Hello everyone, Brian and PS4 Trophies. Got a couple things I want to talk about. First, how to max out the Leviathan Axe and get the final upgrade, and then how to get the Darkness and Fog trophy for retrieving all the treasure from the Workshop Center Chamber. So we're going to go from Midgard and we're going to head over to Niflheim here. You can only access this area after you've acquired 4 Niflheim language ciphers. Once you've got that, you can go and enter this area. So we're going to go to this darkness area. It's very foggy, and what we're going to do is we're going to run kind of a gauntlet here, and we're going to loot all of the treasure inside the center chamber. So I'm going to head to the center chamber here just so you can see what it looks like. Now, once you're in here, you're going to see the little pink bar at the very top. That is going to gradually go down. Think of it as like poison. And the longer you're in it, eventually your bar is going to deplete and you'll die. So we're going to exit it here in just a second to get in the center chamber. And you can see there's a whole bunch of treasure chests here. You need to open all of these for the Darkness and Fog trophy. However, to open most of them, not all of them, most of them, you need to purchase or open it, spend echoes, mist echoes. And this one costs 5,000 mist echoes, and this one over here is, I think, 7,500. So you're going to have to collect a bunch of mist echoes. Now, in one of the chests is a item called the Chilling Mist of Niflheim. Now, you got to acquire that to purchase the Frozen Flame, which is what the upgrade material to upgrade the Leviathan Axe from level 5 to level 6. So you're going to be able to get the first 5 levels by playing through the main story. Eventually, by the end of the game, you will get it to level 5, but you then need to get it to level 6 by doing this, opening the chest here, getting the component. So what I'm doing now is fighting off the enemies in this area. Every time you enter this foggy area and you see the pink bar up there, all the enemies and all the traps that you'll see will be random. So in this room, we're going to kill all the enemies, at which point you can then open the chest. Each time you open the chest, the purple meter at the top will increase just a little bit. Now in this first room, you're going to also notice a chest, and I'm going to go to it in just a moment, that has some runes on the front. What we need to do is go to 3 locations and match up the runes to those pictures right there. So what I did is I took a screen cap so I can, because I'm unable to make a mental note of it. Now I'm going to head around here. There's 2 ways out of this room. I'm going to always go counterclockwise. The layout of the land is always the same. However, the traps and the enemies, the traps being the sections between each room, and the enemies themselves will be random. So in one of the rooms, you'll have one of these chests again with another set of symbols on the front of it. In this one, you just have to ring the bell. You got to locate the bells and then hit all 3 of them with the Leviathan Axe within a very short period of time. If you don't do it quick enough, you'll reset and you'll have to keep doing it. So that'll unlock this chest. So we're going to go ahead and open this thing up. And you're going to get mist echoes every time you open a chest. As you progress through this, and it takes about 10 minutes total, as you'll see, to get through this entire thing. But as we get closer towards the end, the second half of it at least, the amount of mist echoes that you acquire from each chest will increase. So go through another set of traps here. Oftentimes there's going to be a chest in the trap area. There'll be a little safe area that you can access. So now at the top of this, I just flashed on the screen just momentarily a little a dial thing where you can hit with your Leviathan Axe to turn the symbols. That is what you need to match up with that chest we saw in the first room. There are 3 locations of these things, and you'll see in a moment what it looks like again when I go and change it. But they're always going to be in the same rooms. Again, the layout, the pathing is always the same. It's just the enemies that are in each of the rooms and the traps themselves between it will be different. Again, once you kill all the enemies, you can then go loot the chest. So I'm going to go match up this symbol. That symbol is not it. That is the far right symbol on that chest from the first room. If you took a mental note of it, you would know. So as you go through here, open up the chest, you will gain mist echoes. However, if you die, if your pink meter runs out completely, you will lose the mist echoes. You have to leave the mist in order for the echoes to remain permanent. So with this area, when I entered it, there was actually a split in the path. It's basically a counterclockwise circle we're going. However, there's going to be two offshoots to the right, two single room paths to the right that I'm going to go down first, and then I'm going to have to backtrack. So I took a right, and then we're going to end up into this room. And we got ourselves a nice big baddie here. Now, there are certain equipment and enchantments that you will acquire in here that will actually help with the fog, so you don't take as much of the mist damage. So you want to make sure when you acquire those that you equip them into one of your enchantment slots. That'll help you prevent the meter from dropping as fast as it does. We'll also get a lot of enchantments, a lot of armor, as well as the rewards in the treasure from the center chamber, which is always a good thing. So now that we clear this room, we can open the chest for the mist echoes. So now I'm going to backtrack to get back onto my counterclockwise circle here. Now, once you've done this a few times, it might take you 3 or 4 rotations and times through it. Oh, we're on the wrong side, so I'm going to go back around here. Once you've gone through this a few times, it does become much easier because it's basically the same thing. The traps are, there's only a few different varieties. The enemies there's not that many different varieties either. But you do want to be exceptionally quick. So I think I'm level 7 at the point that I'm doing this, or actually level 8. I believe I was 1 level above these guys here. So we're going to take them out as quickly as possible. There is also another one of those rune things that I got to rotate to the right symbol. And you can see that's at the top right. So after I take care of these enemies, we will deal with that after we open the chest as well. Again, to upgrade your Leviathan Axe to max, you'll get the worthy trophy. You can get the first 5 levels just from doing the main story stuff. At certain points, you will get the frozen flames that you can then take to the dwarves, the shop, and then have that upgraded. But to get this final one, you need to get the chilling mist of Niflheim ingredient, a resource rather, from the center chamber's chest, and then take it back. Purchase the frozen flame. You actually purchase the final one. And then, of course, retrieving all the treasure from the workshop center, we will then get the Darkness and Fog gold trophy. So we matched up the symbol. That was the second one. And I almost got a little lost there. I almost forgot which way I was going. I ran through this several times. You're going to have to do almost maybe 10 complete runs through here, kind of maxing out your echoes. You will get somewhere between 6,500 and 9,000 mist echoes for each run. The mist echoes can also be used to upgrade the armor. You can get, there's an entire set of armor specific for this area. Each one of them requires mist echoes for the upgrades. So it's always it's a good idea to kind of bank up the mist echoes as well. But you want to kill fast, as fast as you can, because you do not want to be in this in the fog too long. And just as a reminder, in order to enter Niflheim, to begin with, you do need to get the language ciphers. Once you've acquired 4 of them, you will then have access here. You can just go to Tyr's temple in the center of Midgard to access that. Use the dial. You know, this game, as you guys have probably seen in many different various videos, in trailers, it's a very beautiful game, very colorful. Everything just pops. And of course, here I'm taking you to a very dark and foggy area, so my apologies for that. Okay, looks like we got cleared out here, so let's go through this trap. Very simple. Just you don't have to rush it. There's plenty of time to run through here. All right, so now we're back on the track here. We took that little kind of right offshoot, and then we're back on the counterclockwise train here. And there's another dial up there. We're just going to match that to the symbol. Going counterclockwise as I do, the symbols are always going from the right to left. So whatever the right symbol is going to be the first one you come to. This will then be since it's the third one I come to, it'll be the left symbol. That'll help you memorize it, maybe. Of course, you can always draw it on a piece of paper. Pause the game and draw them on a piece of paper. It's a good way to remember. Now, don't be confused, because sometimes the wheel will actually have matching symbols from the chest. But so you always want to make sure you're going from right to left as you approach each of those. Alright, so we're getting close to the end. Now, sometimes as you're going through here, I've noticed some of the chests are empty. They look like they've already been looted. I don't know if that's just because the game puts a cap on it if you get every single chest. I'm not entirely sure why. Alright, so now we're back in the starting room here. And we're going to go and loot this chest. Now, as a quick heads up, every time you leave the fog, and when you see the pink bar disappear from your screen, every time you leave the fog and re-enter it, everything resets. All the chests, everything resets. The only chests that don't reset are the ones here in the center chamber. All right, so I got 6,600 mist echoes. As you can see, I retrieved them as when I left the fog, so that'll be permanently on my character. Now I'm going to spend it on this chest over here, the 5,000 mist echoes. Inside of here is the chilling mist of Niflheim that you use to upgrade the Leviathan Axe. Not directly, you actually have to go back to Sindri's shop and then go to the buy resources and then purchase a frozen flame. With the purchase the frozen flame, you can now upgrade. You have to leave this menu and go to the upgrade menu. You can upgrade the Leviathan Axe from 5 to 6. So that is how you max out the Leviathan Axe. Don't forget, after you pop this trophy, if you still have chests in the workshop center chamber as I do, go do another lap or two. Come back, open all the chests, and when you do, you will get the Darkness and Fog gold trophy. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button, let me know, and of course, subscribe.